Hello again. Today, I thought we would film a little video that I got a couple requests for, which is talking a little bit about each baby and kind of their personalities, so to speak. We were having a conversation in the Cabbage Patch Facebook group the other day about how some of us like to give our softies kind of their own personality, you know, even just by looking at the baby. Sometimes you get a feel for kind of like what their likes and dislikes would be and the little personalities we give to each of them. And a couple people had asked me to film some videos talking about the different personalities, so to speak, of the kids in my patch, and that sounded like a lot of fun. So I thought I would do some different videos for each one instead of one really long video, trying to go through all of them. And so first up had to be Miss Natasha Joy right here. So first, I just want to talk a little bit about her history of how she came to join our patch. She's a very special baby because Natasha was the first soft sculpture Cabbage Patch kid I ever adopted. For that, I've collected mass market. And I'd seen videos of Babyland, and I was really drawn to the preemies in the little preemie gowns in the cribs that I saw in some of the videos. And I decided that I wanted to add one of those to my patch. One being the operative word there. Back then the goal was just one. Haha. And I wanted a little girl, and my mother, who also loves Cabbage Patch, wanted to adopt one too, and she wanted a little boy, so we decided we would each adopt one. And this was prior to my being a member of the Soft Sculpture Facebook group. So I didn't really know how or where you could adopt them outside of the website. And of course, preemies are not put up on the website, so I was not really sure how to go about it. And just by happenstance, in the mass market Cabbage Patch group I was a part of at the time, somebody posted a softie for sale, which very, very rarely, occasionally, you would see done. It was mostly older kids. And here was this little green-eyed girl with her perfect little preemie gown on and just the sweetest, most perfect little face. And I had kind of secretly been wanting green eyes. And I definitely just wanted a bald preemie in that preemie gown. Her little face in her picture just spoke to me. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. I think I'm gonna do it. So I contacted the lady and she was available. And I had a little money set aside. So I was ready to go ahead and adopt her. And that is how we got Natasha. She was, later, once I, figured out more how the adoption thing works with Babyland and discovered the fan page and all that, I went back and I found her pictures from the fan page. And she sat there for a weirdly long time. She was born in July of 2020. And I saw her pictures, found several of her pictures from there. And the lady adopted her directly from Babyland, I happen to know. And I'm not sure why she was put up for adoption. Obviously that happens sometimes for various reasons. And honestly, I never really cared to know why. I was just really happy to get to add her. I actually had her name picked out prior to finding her. And I've never talked about how I named Natasha, so I thought that would be something fun to talk about here. And I was sort of thinking and dreaming about owning this little Cabbage Patch preemie and thinking about the personality, you know, what kind of personality I would give to this baby once I found her. And for some reason, if you're familiar with Sesame Street and the Muppets characters, I thought of baby Natasha. I used to have a book when I was little about baby Natasha, and she was just kind of a funny, cheeky baby. And for some reason that came to my head. I'm not sure why. And I thought, hey, Natasha is actually a really great name. It's a really pretty name. I think that might be fitting for my Cabbage Patch baby when I get one. And then the middle name was just kind of a given for me. I wanted it to have some kind of meaning, and I knew that having my first softie would bring me lots of joy. So I decided that I just absolutely had to go with the middle name Joy. And Natasha Joy, at least I think, goes very well together. So it all worked out really good that way. So now into what this baby likes. Well, one thing that Natasha loves, as you can see, is she loves a good headband. And being bald, headbands, I think, just really add to the cuteness factor with these babies. So I've bought her so many different headbands. I got some from Etsy. These ones are from Etsy. These are from Walmart, believe it or not. This is a Gymboree headband. So Natasha has a huge headband collection. This is only a couple of them. And she absolutely loves wearing headbands. She's a very good girl about leaving them on most of the time. Occasionally we throw one. But most of the time she's a good girl about it. And she loves to look pretty with a hair bow, don't you? Another thing Natasha loves is she loves her blankies. And I am kind of guilty of buying her blankies that match her outfits, because I like to take those blanket photos where you lay the blanket out and take a picture of them in the matching outfit. So she's definitely grown to love blankies, and she has a very nice blankie collection as well, don't you? Favorite pastime of Natasha is bouncing. As you can see, she absolutely loves to bounce. She likes to bounce on knees too. And then some other questions that were asked is how she feels about nap time. And Natasha is a great napper. She takes really long naps whenever I want her to, and that's something that I always talk about when recommending softies, is that unlike other babies, they are really good about taking naps whenever you need them to. So she's a great napper. Bottles, someone asked how she feels about bottles. You know, she's not a big fan of bottles. I think she just thinks that she's already a big girl and is ready for Cheerios right away, you know. Pacifiers, we did try a pacifier once. We basically just tried giving it to her and she spit it out right away. So she's really not a passy baby, which is okay because she's pretty quiet and soothes herself. And then another question we got here that I'm gonna pull up over here is how she feels about Impressionist art. And I haven't found out about that one yet, so I'm just gonna show her a picture of some here. I have a picture on the iPad. I'm just gonna show her. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I mean, there's the answer right there. She absolutely loves it. You can tell she's really enjoying that picture. So Impressionist art, I think, is definitely a win for her. And she is just our happy girl, and sometimes a little cheeky. She does occasionally smack her brother in the face, but who doesn't? And I think she's really going to enjoy traveling once the weather is warmer again. We have a stroller, so we're going to do some stroller rides. And she's been on a few car rides, and she really enjoys those. And she is just our happy little Natasha Joy. Can you say Bye-bye to everybody.